Hey, 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 it's Monday, November 4th, the day after my birthday. Big day here for you. We got a big week in store this week. It's the November WASDE we've got this week. We've got a Fed rate decision this week. There's something else. It's been very lightly covered by the media. Also, an election this week, your U.S. presidential government, everything election this week. If you haven't heard, it's happening today. Let's go to your markets. We'll run through. We got a little rally in store here. Got a bid in the markets here today. Dees corn up a nickel, 419 and 3/4, flirting with 420 on Dees corn. Beans, we got Jan beans 10.05 above the $10 handle, up 11.5. Chicago wheat's up 2. KC wheat's up a penny. Looking over at your cattle markets, cattle little red on the screen, down 80 points in the feeders. Fats down 50 to 70 points. Lean hogs down 70 to 50 points. Looking over at crude oil up $1.80, diesel up a nickel, nat gas up 2 cents. Equities here, the Dow down 100 points, S&P up a point, and the NASDAQ down 27. So, all right, here we go. Let's bring Connor B into the stage, and we'll break down today's headlines. We got a slew of headlines this week, but if you haven't heard, I think there's an election or something tomorrow. I don't know.
It's here. We've talked about it. It's time to get it over with. I'm tired of the political ads, Brady. Let's see it. Rick's flashing it just in case we forgot. We are 1 day away. And also, happy birthday. I didn't realize it was your birthday yesterday.
Thanks. It's a big one. The last birthday.
I'm a bad co-host.
The last birthday of my 30s. I'm becoming an old man, Connor B. But,
a good deal.
You know, I'm ready for another headline, though. I'm ready to get past tomorrow and move on because there's other things happening in the world of ag. It's a big day tomorrow, but I'm just ready for a fresh headline. And speaking of that, we got the USDA report November 8th on Friday. Going to be interesting to see what they print on Friday. Yields up, demand up. What do we got in store Friday, Connor?
Yeah, it's good. This week emotions are going to be hot, right? We're going to see a lot of it's going to be a busy one. Election, the Fed meeting is going to get a lot of coverage, but then when I look at the USDA report, let's make sure we're paying attention to the fundamentals, right? We still have a record corn crop, really good bean crop, and guess what, Brady? It's raining in Brazil. I think we're going to see that planting progress. I would not be surprised if we overtook last year's planning pace, just given the weather we're seeing and the progress that I think that could be made.
Down there in South America, yeah, eyes on that production down there. Big thing happening that maybe it's not getting as much focus as other things right now. But absolutely. I'm going to flash up a quick graphic of the forecast here for South America, just to give an idea of what that looks like. Here's the extended forecast in South America. Looks like that next week, November 12th to 20th. This right here, this red with my mouse cursor, if you can see it, that's Mato Grosso, 100 millimeters of rain there, which is roughly 4 inches. So big rains potentially on the way in South America that could be huge for that crop. So,
yeah. So we'll see. When I see that red, my first thought is drought, but it's the opposite, right? You got to pay attention. And speaking of rain, we're seeing nice showers across, the Midwest. Be interesting to see that drought monitor going forward. But
yep. Yeah, I love the sprinkles on my porch in the morning. That's great to see out here in Kansas. And I woke up to that this morning, Connor. So that was fantastic.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, hey, speaking of fundamentals, more flash sales, 150,000 corn to Mexico, 120,000 corn to that little country called unknown destinations, and 132,000 soybeans to unknown destinations. Continue to seeing good flash sales. And here's the hope, Brady, is that especially I think when we look at Mexico corn, we're not seeing any type of front loading ahead of this election, right? We want to continue to see these good sales. We have a really, really good idea on the supply side. I would love to see a demand-driven market going forward. We'll see what happens, though.
Yep. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I wonder where we're at over the last 20 days. I think we've only missed a couple days without a flash sale on the books over the last 20 days. So keep them coming.
Yeah. And we will see export inspections out 10 a.m. today, I believe. So we'll have a good idea on that one, too. We'll probably talk about that on Tuesday's show. So here's one that I want to talk about. Funds assembled the least bearish CBOT corn view since August of 2023. And so here was the story. Let's pull this chart up real quick. Just looking at the corn market is really what tells the story. And I remember go back to June, July timeframe, and we were in that record short position. The story was, usually we see funds get even to long. We were not. I remember the sentiment. We were not going to see that in 2024. Holy crap, Brady! I'm amazed at how fast that story's changed, and we could still yet see a long position in funds before 2024 is over.
Yeah, that would be pretty astonishing. But the real surprise to me, Connor, is the market really hasn't. I mean, we've had a big range, a 50-cent trading range during that June to now timeframe. But in reality, we're what, 9, 10, 12 cents better than we were at that record short. So funds, we've let them out of that big short position. They're flat. And to me, going forward, they can go either way. They're ready to sell. They have the ability to sell. But the farmer over the coming months, Connor, he's going to need to sell that cash pile, the COVID money, the CARES money. It's dwindling away. We got to convert those bushels to cash. So be interesting to see where we go from here as we let those funds out of that big short position over the last few months.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at pulling this up again. Pop that off, Joe, real quick. If I just pop this chart and you didn't know what D's corn price did from July till October, what would you say, Brady? Right? You would.
Heck of a rally, right? You'd think there'd be some sort of short covering rally that we've saw between July and now.
Yeah, and right now D's corn's trading at 419. What was the low? I don't know off the top of my head. I have to look at a chart.
385 to 434 range that we've seen over the last 3 months, but 385 is that low that we saw at the end of August time frame.
So it's just a testament. We can look at the commitment of traders. We can talk short covering. Always keep in mind that farmer long, though, it can always offset it. So
yeah,
with that, okay, Joe, we're ready. Pull it up there. Low volatility priced into grain markets. Take it away, Brady.
Well, this is something I think that is very interesting to me. And we talked about it last week, talking about what's priced in, option volatility really low right now. Got a graphic there. It just it paints a picture of where we're at. This is the CME CVol corn history, looking at volatility, and we're right there at that 20%, and maybe a little lower. But look at, that's kind of been where the lowest we've seen across time, going back to 2020. And we all remember what happened coming out of 2020. This market took off like a rocket and people got caught out of position. I don't know, Connor, this low volatility environment makes options a really attractive way to manage risk and to own grain. I think it's a great opportunity for farmers here over the coming months. Just wanted to continue to highlight that. There's temptation out there to paint yourself in a marketing corner, go sell this type of volatility. And I think that's a trap. Be careful what you do here in this environment.
Yeah, you and I especially, we're not in the business of betting against volatility, right? We look back on history, looking at the corn, soybean, and wheat markets. You could see that's not usually a good bet, right? And it's just a good way to make a few pennies while you're risking some dollars. I think if we're in the business of producing grain, that's not the position I want to be in. That's my personal take.
Right. In this environment, you try to get a little too creative sometimes to try to capture a nickel or a dime, and that is just a recipe for disaster when things change. So that's my big watch out here. Don't get too creative in this environment.
I like it. I like it. Well, hey, let's talk a little premium. You did a good cattle special. You want to walk us through it real quick?
Yeah, just getting lots of questions about hedging next year's calf crop and LRP, using the tools on the board. I think there's things guys can be looking at specifically. LRP only goes out 52 weeks. So I went through some alternative options that guys can look at to bridge the gap and get in the right product for the right time frame for what they're looking for. Good opportunity out there. If you want that video, sign up for ATI Pro Media or shoot us a text message. We'll give you a freebie if we haven't given you one before.
Yep. And then also we had Don Wick and Tommy had a good, I always enjoy their premium, talking about just going over, we know it's a record crop, looking at corn, looking at the bushels in North, South Dakota, and then talking a little market. So good premium topics there.
Absolutely. Yep.
I gotta think we're gonna have some good ones going through this week, right? Emotions are high. Let's make sure we stay grounded. You said it best, right? When we're looking at these markets, looking at this low volatility market, let's not get cute with it. Let's stay consistent, especially for the vast majority of us. The new crop suddenly became the old crop. I talked about Friday how crop insurance, it's done. That safety net is gone, right? What scares us in marketing, and let's make sure that we defend against it.
Yep. Now's not the time to get cute, but going to be an interesting week. Going to be a fun week, Connor. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds and get moved on to do new things here. So,
yeah, good
did we
stuff.
talk about the Fed rate decision yet? Did we go over that yet, Connor? We have that there as a headline.
Yeah, let's talk about it. When is that again?
Yeah, Fed meeting is going to be Thursday, and they're pricing in a quarter basis rate cut here. That's what's anticipated. They're looking at another quarter basis point rate cut in December, but that's big implications to, the value of the dollar, the US dollar, which is big implications to the value of our exports, corn, wheat, and beans.
Right. And I know the Fed, they always say they're apolitical, right? But you got to think, depending on who's in office, is that going to influence a Fed rate decision, right? Can we see a certain candidate in there where they just kick the can down the road and make no decision? And then how's the market going to react to that? So just thinking out loud.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
oh, gosh.
With that, here we go. We got a couple happy birthdays for Brady Huck.
Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate you, Russ Ranch there.
Here we go. Have so much in common. Both of us November-born Cowboys from the mid-'80s. I like it, Russ.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So,
cool.
What else we got for comments? Grow the Farm Up said Trump bump, WASDE lump. Interesting. Grow the Farm Up. Are you creating? We're always looking for headlines. It's a hard part of doing this every day. Is you got to come up with a catchy headline every day. So permission to steal that if we can.
Yes, that sounds like a good one for the thumbnail and for the video title. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And so what else we got? But okay, well, I think that's all we got. Brady, any closing thoughts?
I think we move on with our job here, see what these markets have in store here. It's great to see corn testing, knocking on the highs here, and we'll see if it can hold the rest of the day, and we'll be back here tomorrow, Connor.
Yeah, well, good deal. Well, everyone have a great day. I can't imagine what we're going to talk about tomorrow, Brady, but I'm sure we're going to find something. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.